Well, guys, I am solo today. Roland is shooting the state shoot up in Webster at Border Brigade. This weekend, we had the two-man at Total Outdoorsman. It went really well. We had a good crowd. We had 19 teams. Next week, we got a scramble down here, and we'll have open shooting on Sunday. And Nationals is next week too at Louisville. We got a couple of local guys heading to that. So, but I got some guests with me today that, we're going to talk about kids and bows and shooting. I'll let you guys introduce yourself and we'll go from there.
All right. So Denissa Cornick.
And I am Zach Cornick.
Well, so you guys are out of the Flint River Club.
Yep.
And I met you guys probably the first ASA we held down there.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So when did you start the S3DA club?
So we actually started it in 2020, March of 2020. However, COVID hit and it kind of put a little bit of a damper on our plans, but we finally got things going in 2021. We started it as kind of like a outdoor kids camp, and we started with 3D archery only. And we noticed, we're getting like lots and lots of kids. We took it really, really easy and slow and everything like that. Didn't want to push them into too much right away. Managed to get a building in Burlington, Iowa. The city of Burlington gave us a building at a very affordable price, and we managed to get kids together to start learning indoor target archery. So then. I know it was about 2020, was December 2021?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it was toward the end
January,
of the year.
Yep. So January of 2022 was probably really when we went in and started actually doing the tournaments. So, about last year was we were doing a lot of this stuff.
So was that the plan right away though? When you started getting the kids, was the S3DA club, or is that what it grew into?
S3DA was kind of looked like the best option, that offered the most. So that was always kind of the idea from the start was the S3DA because of all the opportunities it offers. And they participate in the indoor and the 3D. So it's kind of.
And outdoor target.
Yeah, and well. Outdoor target.
College scholarships, opportunities.
Yeah. So so you guys been to quite a few national events for S3DA?
So two.
So you've been to two.
We went to 3D Nationals last year, and then this year we attended the indoor.
So where was the 3D Nationals at?
Rend Lake, Illinois.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the week before Metropolis, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys, actually, you had a lot of kids that did really well, didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean,
for their first time ever being there, they did awesome. Yeah.
Well, now the number of kids, there's 800 plus kids there, I believe.
That's
amazing.
Even if you're in the top 20 out of that many, that's a good showing.
That's great. The number of kids that are in it. I mean, look at the NAFS numbers. I mean, someone said they turned a bunch away from state because they don't have the facility.
Yeah, they don't have the space anymore for the number of kids that are shooting in NASP. It's amazing.
So what bows can they shoot here? I know everything.
Everything.
Yep.
Anything. Yep. They have open class, they have pins class, they have bare bow class, they have Olympic recurve class. Yep. So kids that shoot NASP, super awesome. But it's Genesis bows and Genesis bows only. Everything has to be on a level playing field, which is great. But if you get into S3DA, you got a kid that has a hunting bow, they're like, I want to shoot my hunting bow in a tournament, they can do that.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Because as an adult, you're not going to shoot an NASP bow.
Right.
You're just not.
No. So colleges, the collegiate archery programs are based on USA Archery programs, and they don't have a class for Genesis bows, except for pins class, which you could take a Genesis bow and put a pin, put a sight and everything on it. But it might be kind of a struggle.
Yeah.
To get the distances out of it.
But still, how many kids you guys got now? Going into your club?
42.
42.
We started with 8.
So from all over?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. There's a pretty good range. Yeah. We've got kids coming from 45 minutes away.
Yes.
That's great.
To participate.
Yes.
That's awesome. I mean, it's going to come down to, as I'm in the upper 40s. Who's going to continue on?
Exactly.
I mean, even if you look at all the older people that hunt, is the younger generation even going to hunt?
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Something that's really awesome to hear about what we've been doing is we had so many kids come in and say, "Hey, I want to try bow hunting," and I'm like, "Well, do your family hunt? Your parents that hunt? No, but I want to try bow hunting." So this is opening up a door to a whole new avenue. Now they want to learn how to bow hunt. So now where do they go to learn how to bow hunt? So, there are places for that too, but just learning to shoot a bow and them shooting 3D archery is, getting them interested in bow hunting is awesome.
Well, that's the best learning you can do, shoot a 3D target.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You hit the 10 ring, it's pretty much a kill shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you teach that as you guys go.
Yep.
Like indoor, you're 20 yards or 10 yards, depends on the age. You're basically just hitting a dot.
Yeah.
You look at a 3D target, where it's turned, and there's a lot of different aspects into that,
Yes. Yeah.
which it makes them all a better archer.
Yes, it does.
And
Absolutely.
depends on how, there's different ways to look at it.
There's a lot of good exposure to people that don't have anything to do with hunting, actually. When we started, I figured the majority of the people we got in would be their families hunted, mom or dad shot a bow or just hunted in general. And it's been pretty much the exact opposite. I bet better than half of the kids that we have, they didn't hunt. Their family didn't hunt. They didn't shoot bows. They just wanted to try archery and got into it. And now wow, it's a whole new world that we didn't even know about. They did a lot of them. Well, you've been out to the outdoor range.
Yep.
Out at the county park. A lot of them, even though they're in the area, they didn't even know that was there.
Yeah.
The whole county park, it just wasn't part of none of that was any part of their lifestyle. So it's been kind of cool to see that.
How many parents have now gotten into archery?
Oh,
since
yeah.
their kids have gotten
Quite a
into
few of the parents that have bought bows and
Oh, yeah.
talking about getting them and real interested in getting started.
Well,
with them
you
now,
get kids involved. The parents tend to follow.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
and it's so the archery side of it brings kids in that might not be for, say, the jocks.
Exactly.
I mean, that gives them an avenue
Yes.
to go down, and you don't have to be super strong or
You're right. Yeah.
all shapes and sizes can shoot a bow.
Yes.
And now they have college teams and
Yeah.
they're scouts.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there are
I
scouts.
mean-
They come to state and they come to nationals. At every state and national event, there are always college
I
scouts
think
there.
there was 8
So-
colleges at the indoor nationals
Yes.
that were there,
Yeah.
walking around looking
Really?
at booths,
Yep, they're
booths set
set
up,
up.
but then they go out during the line times, and they're watching people shoot. So
Well, and like someone said once with scouts, that you may not have to shoot real well. They're watching your attitude.
Mhm. Yes.
How are you reacting to a bad shot?
Yes.
How are you?
Yeah.
How are you moving on from that?
Mhm.
And that's something you guys are probably teaching anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it reflects what you do on the course reflects more than how you shot.
That's 100% correct.
I
Yep.
mean, it really
Yes.
does.
Yes.
And that's with every sport or however.
Yeah. Yep.
You
But
know.
it teaches kids a lot of patience. It teaches them how to let something like a bad shot go, let it go, and let it move on to the next shot, because they see and they're learning that if they sit and dwell on the last shot, it's going to affect their next shot, and then their next shot, and their next shot, and that can actually carry into life. You know?
100%.
100% life. you know?
100%. As
How to
an
handle it.
adult, look,
Yes.
as I shoot, there's times it's like, yeah, that was a bad shot. And I may say something I shouldn't say, but it happens.
Yeah, it
But
does.
you move on from
You
it.
do.
And like
Yep.
you said, that's what, there's some ways archery, it's what the kids need. Some kids too.
Yes. Yeah,
It's a discipline
it is.
that you just, either you're all in or you're not.
Yeah.
You can tell the ones that aren't all in. I mean,
You can, but I mean, how many kids do we have that aren't all in?
but
Well, not all in, but I don't think maybe we've had 2 kids out of every kid that's come to shoot with us that hasn't liked it, at least. But we have some kids that are more serious than others. I
Yeah.
suppose
Oh,
is what
you
you're saying.
will.
Yeah, and we do. Yeah.
You will.
Yeah.
I mean, like take Jonathan, for example. He's going to school.
Oh, yeah. He's
going to
passionate
college to shoot.
archery.
And
Yeah.
I shot with him last year at State ASA. It was a good time.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I've shot with a lot of the kids at the ASA events, which is fine. It's fun watching the kids shoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So event wise, what do the kids like more, the 3D or the target stuff?
It just depends on the kid.
Yep.
Everybody likes a different.
You get some of the kids that they don't like being hot. They don't like the bugs. So they tend to like the indoor more, And some kids, they like the indoor okay, but, the 3Ds mixes it up a little more. They get kind of bored just shooting paper all the time, but so it just kind of depends on the kid,
So do they have to shoot all of it? Let's say they just want to shoot indoor.
They can
Yeah,
just shoot
they
indoor.
They can just shoot indoor.
Yep.
Like some of them maybe play softball or
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
baseball. In winter, they're dead.
Yeah.
Nothing. So
And
Yeah.
they can shoot every regional they want to go to, state, nationals, all that, or they can shoot one or two. There's no kind of requirement, they can shoot none if
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
really don't
So-
want to. If they just want to be part of the club and practice and stuff, they're not required to attend any shoots
Mhm.
at all
Okay.
if they don't
Yeah.
want to.
So if they go to a regional event, do
Mm-hmm.
you guys have to be there?
We do not have to be there. No.
Okay.
Parents
So
are welcome
parents-
to sign their archers up for as many as regionals as they want to, even if we're not there.
Okay.
Yep. So we usually let our club know which ones we are going to. We try to at least attend 3 regionals because S3DA gives out, does shoot of the year like ASA does.
Really?
So the kids are required to go to at least 3 regionals and state in order to qualify for their state shooter of the year in that specific discipline. So they do an overall shooter of the year too, and they would have to attend indoor state, outdoor target state, and 3D, 3D
So
state.
the shooter of the year, is it just indoor or is it indoor, outdoor, and 3D?
All 3. Yep.
So they
and then
have
they'll
to do
do
all
it.
3.
Well, for overall,
For
but
overall.
they give away separate ones for each.
Okay.
For each
they have
one.
an indoor
Yes.
shooter of the year, yeah. The
Yes.
Okay.
3D
Yes.
shooter.
So they
of the
don't
year,
have an
outdoor.
overall shooter of the year.
They
They
do.
do.
They do.
But
Mhm.
yes, but they also have one for each discipline.
That's-
So
that's-
Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's
And
really
then
cool.
Nationals does one as well. So if they attend, the kids attend indoor target nationals, outdoor target nationals, and 3D nationals. And then S3DA, the national office, gives away National Shooter of the Year awards.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes, it is amazing.
So what national events have you been to? Just the 2, right?
Yep, just the 2. So this year we're hoping we can make it to the outdoor target one too. So then we'll
Where's that at?
So that is in Ohio. It's
Okay.
in Ohio, and I can't remember exactly where in Ohio, what the town is. I could look, but it's supposed to be a pretty big, pretty
Yeah.
amazing event. It's the only one we haven't been to yet. We really want to go so we can see what's it all about.
Yeah.
yeah.
So all this is self-funded then
Yes.
for you, I assume fundraisers and
Yes.
Yeah.
because
Yep.
I know you had a pretty good fundraiser last year.
Yes.
You bought
Yep.
the ASA course from Iowa.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
And you did pretty well.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that was
yeah, it was awesome.
I mean, then you guys. So does Flint River, the club, and the S3DA is separate, or are they together?
So Flint River Archery is together with S3DA. So Flint River Archery teaches S3DA. They also teach USA Archery. So we also have a JOAD team. So we teach
Okay.
the JOAD stuff too. And then we just have the basic club. Like kids just want to come and shoot. They don't want to do any. They don't want to do any tournaments. They don't want to have achievement pins.
Okay.
So, but it's a club that teaches different.
Okay. So
different
when the Flint
organizations.
River hosts a shoot,
Yes.
it's the S3DA.
If we're hosting an S3DA shoot.
Okay.
Then yes.
Otherwise, it's just the Flint River Club.
Yeah, because we're
Right.
talking probably
Oh,
about
are
the
you
bow
talking about
hunters.
the bow
Yeah,
hunters club?
yeah.
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 So the
Yeah.
bow hunters club, yeah, they have their own shoots.
Okay.
So we're kind of loosely, with
Yeah.
them. We help run that club too.
Okay.
But, yeah,
I was
but
just trying to
it's-
figure out the marriage between
Oh,
the
okay.
two.
the Flint
Yeah.
River Archery Club is all the kids.
Oh,
All the
okay.
youth stuff.
Yeah.
Bow hunters club.
The
is-
Bow Hunter Club is
yeah,
the adult
the 5
side.
regular
Yes.
Yeah.
3D shoot
Okay.
gear.
Yep. So it is separate.
Yeah.
It started with the Bow Hunters Club though, but then eventually when everything started getting into a bunch of youth classes and all the classes and everything like that, separated, made it its own 501c3 and been growing from
Okay.
there. So,
That's good.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I assume you get a lot of club support somewhat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you have to. I mean, that's how the kids, I mean, for local shoots around you guys, what do you guys have that's close?
There's Galesburg,
Mhm.
Tumwa, Washington's got one. You know, there's a few within an hour and a half or so. Davenport Valley.
Yeah. So you're kind of in the
So,
same boat.
Yeah.
We're in
Yeah.
over here. I mean,
Yeah.
if you notice, like club numbers are down
Oh yeah.
Yes.
for shoots,
Yeah.
but you
We
hold a
noticed.
youth event,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to
They
have a
go way
whole pile of kids,
100%. Yeah.
you know, and it's how do you transition them over? And you guys are doing a great job
Okay.
with that. I mean, you got a pile of kids upstairs today
Yeah.
shooting, and that's awesome
Yeah.
to see. And so if anybody's listening, how can they get a club started if they want to in Iowa? So they'd be more than just you guys.
So the first step would be to become S3DA trained. So we're in the process right now of trying to help Iowa get started. So we hope that we will have some training, some training sessions available soon to anybody who's interested in starting an S3DA club. And that's just basically the very first step. So contacting us, letting us know that you're interested, and we will walk you through the process step by step, where we'll even come to where you are, or we'll meet up with you and we can, do everything on the computer end of it. Because once you're trained, you have to get onto sport. It's called Sport 80 and register your club, register a new club. You pick out a name and everything like that. It is $50 annually for your club, and then another $150 for club insurance. The club insurance is really, really amazing. It goes anywhere where your kids practice. It doesn't, you don't have to set up just a specific range. You go anywhere with your kids, and then, the insurance is going to cover them. And then it's another $50. Is it $50 or do they raise it to $55?
I think it's 55.
I think it's
now.
$55.
Yeah.
$55 a year for your coaching membership. Not bad. Nothing too bad. Now, they used to, S3DA, the national office, used to have grants, and I believe, probably shouldn't say where they come from because I'm not actually 100% sure, for new clubs. And it used to cover the whole entire first year for new clubs and I believe 2 coaches. So I'm going to check into that and see if that's still available. But I mean, if you want to give out like our contact information, anybody who wants to
we'll hit that.
contact us, we'll get them going.
Everybody message me, or we'll get the information passed along.
Yes. Okay.
So
Perfect.
for that, but it'd be nice to see more.
It would, because the opportunities that a lot of the kids in other states, all the kids in other states that are involved in S3DA are receiving, Iowa kids aren't getting any of that. They're not getting the opportunities.
We're just a little
that those
behind.
Kids are. Well, let's get it going.
Well,
We're going to.
Look what ASA did, and we started in basically 2019.
Right.
Now that ASA is here, I believe S3DA is ready. It's
Yeah,
ready to be here now
100%,
too.
because they kind of coincide.
Yes, they do.
So
Yep.
scoring. So let's talk about that. You brought it up scoring wise. When they shoot 3D, it's ASA scoring.
Yes,
Right.
it is. Yep.
And
Yes.
The rules are essentially the
Identical.
same
They're
from ASA
essentially-
to
yeah.
S3DA. They're hand in hand, basically.
Then
Yes.
obviously indoor, they probably follow NFAA rules.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah.
Then outdoor would be
USA Archery.
USA Archery.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
all the rules are basically followed.
And once they do get up to where they age out, they get that transition. It's pretty seamless into, okay, I can just go to the adult classes now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Same thing. You don't have to learn a new game. You just walk right into it and
Yeah.
keep going with what you've been doing. So
Yes.
So surrounding states, Illinois has S3DA,
Yes.
Missouri,
Yes.
Wisconsin, or
Yes. Wisconsin does. Minnesota.
I thought they had a
does.
couple, but
They might have a
not-
couple.
not
But I know for a
exactly
fact that Wisconsin and Illinois and Missouri definitely do.
Okay.
Indiana too. I mean,
Yeah.
when we go to nationals, the kids get to shoot with kids from all over the place, and it's
Well,
amazing. So
it's one of those things. Look at the amount of people you've met through archery. I wouldn't have met you
Right.
guys
Yes.
without archery, and
no.
the kids think they're going to meet friends in
They
other states.
are, yes, and our goal, I tell them, when we go to a national event or a state event, let's see who can make a new friend.
Well,
So-
even at a 3D event, you are with that person
Yes.
that's shooting with you for at least 2 to 3 hours.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right.
And
Yeah.
if it's a 2-day tournament, you're with them for 2 days.
Yes. Yep.
You know, and
Yeah.
so
We've met some amazing people at the 3D events, and we're just so glad that everybody's been really, really nice. All the kids are so great. You know, we're like, good shot. We're cheering each other on. It's good.
so
It's really good.
as coaches, since did your daughter shoot in a shoot down?
So she did last
How-
year at 3D. She did. She ended up in the top 5 in her first shoot down ever, and she's like, "Mom, should I shoot for the front team?" I mean, we've never really done that. So I was like, "Well, I don't know. Maybe I play it safe and shoot 10." So
I
that's
know
what
what
she
it's
did.
like when I've been in some of those, but as coaches, what's it like? Are you sitting there pacing back and
It's
forth
kinda
because there isn't
nerve-wracking.
much you can do?
No, Jonathan was in the shoot down too. So
Yeah.
we're up there, and of course we want to see, all our kids, and not only our kids, all the kids, that are up there do well. Because I mean that's a lot of pressure. But man, those kids they're great. They did great. Odessa and Jonathan, when they were up there in that shoot down, they did wonderful.
It's a little nerve wracking, but you just got to kind of
As a
sit there
coach,
and
yeah.
it's like, well, the coaching is done now. It's
Yeah.
just they
Let's
got
see
to
how
go
they
up there
do.
and just do their thing now, and you hope for the best.
Yeah, because I talked to you at the Pro-Am in Des Moines, and he said, "Yeah, how are they doing?" He goes, "Uh-huh."
yeah.
It's like, what do you do? They're struggling.
That's hard.
What do you say? I mean,
it is hard. You just tell them that's archery. You're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days. It's just the way that it is brushed off. You
Sometimes
love
you can
it,
find
so-
something for them to focus on and try and kind of take their mind off of the bad shots. And
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
When we travel to stuff, to some of the shoots, we do kind of try to get together as a team afterwards if we have some extra time. So it always gives kids something to look forward to. Even if they're not shooting well, hey, we're going to go out to eat afterwards, or whatever we're going to do.
Well, everybody has a good day and bad day.
right.
Everybody
It's so
does.
true.
Yeah.
It's so true. If you watch the pros shoot, it comes down to who is having the best day today.
Yeah, I mean, and
so
you can
they're
work.
also good. So
You work on form. Once your form's there, it's just, are you on today or not?
yep,
Right.
yep, that's
And
right.
Either you're on
How
or
you
you're off.
feeling?
Just
So
So-
true.
keep shooting, make it through the day, and a lot of them get 10-step and worried because they think everybody's watching them. And you got 50 other kids out here, 150 other people. They're just worried as you are. They're watching themselves. They're not paying attention to what you're doing.
Yeah, but like you said earlier, it's that shot is fired.
Yes.
That arrow is gone. Guess what
Yeah.
you can't do? You can't pull it back.
Right.
No.
Worry about the next one.
Yeah, every
that-
round it's a fresh
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
Just keep
Yeah.
going.
And sometimes that's hard to do, but
it is. And
yeah.
It is.
So when the beginners come in,
Yes.
how do you get them?
How do we get them going?
Yeah. how do you, so anybody listening, tell us how you get a new guy started or a new lady.
So we find out their age first, and usually we like to put them in our indoor target first, so we can get them shooting at about 10 yards. that's what we usually start with. A lot of times they'll come in and they don't have a bow. We have lots of Genesis bows that actually came to us through a donation, and we teach them the steps of archery. So the 11 steps of archery. Usually we go through that. Sometimes in the beginning, usually it's quicker, and I don't make it, super boring.
Yeah.
Just get them
Just
safe.
get 'em shooting.
Safety, ran through
Stance,
safety, and start
knock your
shooting.
arrow. Hook and grip. Yeah.
So
Set up.
most of your guys you coach, are they shooting a bow hunter setup or open, or is it mixed?
It's mixed. It's more pins class, bow hunter
Is it?
class, though. There are several open, but yeah, there's
Well,
most of them
that's
shoot
the
bow hunter.
cheapest one to shoot.
Right.
It is.
Really, it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I expect eventually they're gonna want to advance
Mhm.
up, because
Yeah.
that's what everybody does.
Right.
I mean, it's how the rabbit hole is.
Yes.
Once you go
Yeah.
down it, you're down it, and
Yeah.
next thing you know, you got 4 different bows, and
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
away you go.
And a lot of them came in shooting Genesis, or they came in with nothing and they started practicing with a Genesis. And then we had some of our girls' old bows that we brought down there so that people could try them out. And then once they shoot those,
So
the majority of them, they don't want anything to do with the Genesis anymore. They want their own bow. So, and then, of course, like you said, it's cheaper getting the
Much.
bow hunter stuff. And they're, a lot of times their parents are, well, you can hunt and shoot target with it, so we'll get that. But
100%. 100%.
as soon as they go to a shoot and they start seeing some of these rigs these kids have got, they got some nice stuff. And then it's like, well, we might want to step it up a little bit.
Mhm. So probably when you were asking how do we get a new archer started, you're probably kind of asking a little bit about equipment, right?
Yeah,
Is that
I mean,
kind of where you were going with that?
yeah,
So
I
I
mean,
didn't
what
quite understand
you-
exactly what you
Well,
meant, but
both ways. I mean,
so
you're someone walks and never shot a bow.
yeah.
Okay.
We usually start with a Genesis, but like Zach said, we've had people come in and donate bows donate sights. People can bring in their, older archery equipment as long as it's, safe and it's something that a youth archer can use. And Zach over here sets it up and they learn how to shoot bow hunter setup usually first. We also have stabilizers that were donated to us. Oh, I forgot what his name was.
Pat.
Yes.
donated a set of
So
bars.
he
Yeah.
donated a set of bars. And that has been wonderful because we have that down at the building and the kids can try it. They can kind of try an open setup, see if they like it or not. And we have weights down there. We have all different kinds of releases down there. We have resistance releases. We have hinge releases. We have thumb releases. And I think that is really key to having a club is if you can get people to donate stuff like that so the kids can try it out, because parents aren't going to want to go out and buy, a $300 to $400 bow for their youth archer when they don't know for sure if they're going to want to do it,
Nobody wants to buy something. Let's see if he likes it.
No.
Yeah.
Luckily, us, probably like you, have accumulated half a pro shop worth of equipment at our house of our own. So,
My wife went
we bring
to the
a lot of that stuff down.
She went to the basement the other night. She goes, "Really? 4 dozen arrows?" Yeah, maybe I have an arrow fetish. I don't know. Just trying you start trying different setups now.
Yeah.
I just bought another dozen bigger arrows, but they're for a different bow down the line, and you know how it goes.
Yeah, we know how
Well, they wouldn't make all those different ones if you didn't need some of them each, So
No, it's. But I think what you guys are doing is great. I really do.
It's been awesome. It's very rewarding.
Yeah.
See what all these kids, are doing. It's awesome. We started teaching our girls, and then, it's just amazing to be able to teach all these other youth archers. It's really cool.
I hope we get another. I'm pretty sure we're probably getting another club in the state. I
believe you're correct.
It'll happen.
I believe
we will.
It's
And
headed that way.
like I said, we'll get them in touch with you when the time is right. And we'll go down that road. But I think what Emily and Randy are doing is going to be a good thing too. And we'll get them in touch with you guys.
Yes, absolutely.
And you guys kind of figure something out. And they're building a range.
Very cool. That's so exciting. That's got goosebumps.
So we'll go from there. And I thank you guys for being on here.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
Yeah. So anybody wants more information, get a hold of us and we'll pass it along, and we'll like I said, it's all about getting the kids involved. Yes. And we'll go from there. Thanks for listening. See you guys later.